Okay, so I don't know anything about Dragon Age, actually. I've never played a Dragon Age game. I've never watched one be played. They certainly don't look appealing because I look at it and I go, it's probably some kind of nasty-looking high or dark fantasy, probably slot for the masses. Just doesn't look like my kind of thing, so I've avoided it. But it's here, it's served to me, and the fact that it's being served in a punishment game format tells me that I was probably right to avoid it until now. Even so, let's go. I don't know what's awaiting me. Wait, wasn't there a stipulation, something about the writing in this game? Let me consult with my punishment game list. It'll also let us know who submitted this. I'll always remember who put forward knowledge, you know, lady. That's naturally golden, dear. Ah, yes, here we go. The Gook put this one in, a year ago, in fact. And they made the stipulation, you have to watch the cutscenes and character dialogue. So we're not skipping any of that gold, it seems. Alright, let's get to it. Whatever it is.
I knew him as Solus. Smart, thoughtful, loved to hear himself talk. But long ago, he had a different name. The Dreadwolf. Ancient elven god of lies, or heroic rebel against tyranny, depending on which story you believe. In his desperate fight against the corrupt elven gods, Solus imprisoned them, creating a veil that split our world from the raw magic of the Fade. He had won. But the veil cost the elves everything. Their magic, their freedom, even their immortality. Now, Solus wants to tear down that veil and undo the damage he caused. Even if that means our world has to burn. Somebody's gotta stop him. And that's where you come in.
It bothers me, perhaps even irrationally, when I hear gotta and wanna in game writing. Wait, why did I just come back out here?
I knew him as Solus. Smart.
Get out of here. I think my unmute button hit the back there, so oh well. Right, choose a thing. Okay. Let's go with a midget. Not that midget. Not that, oh god, that side cut. Okay, sure. I'll take it. Let's take a short, dumpy looking thing here. Rook. Let's not ruin the name Rook from Banner Saga, shall we? You know what? It's fine. This surely doesn't mean anything. Can we carry on here? What are we? Warrior, rogue, mage, warrior. You know what? I don't care. None of this is relevant because I don't have any information to say what's good or bad. Let's just get into the game. The sooner we're done with it, the sooner we never have to look at this again.
So, where were we? Oh, right. Him. Our best plan is to stop the Dreadwolf before he can perform his ritual. After following his trail across half the known world, we finally tracked him to Minrathous, capital of the Tevinter Imperium. But to find the Dreadwolf in a city this big, we need a local expert. So, naturally, our story begins where all great stories begin. With the seediest bar in town. And a missing contact.
Let's try this again. Where's Nev Gallus?
You think you can come into my bar and make demands?
Nev Gallus is my only shot at finding the Dreadwolf. I'm not leaving until I know where she is. Be ready to talk by the time I get to you.
Darling, you're adorable. Not enough gold in the world for this.
Barrack, now!
Meet Bianca. She'd like you to stay a while.
Sorry, I was under the mistaken impression we were going to be playing a game today. It's like a freaking modern movie with all these
Nev
cuts.
Gallus. Dumat Plaza. The Venatori cultists took her to Dumat Plaza.
Thanks. Your friend Nev Gallus is at Dumat Plaza.
I heard. That's why you're my second in command. Although, for the record, there was probably an easier way to do that than fighting an entire bar.
It got us Nev's location. Come on, Harding will be worried.
All right. Break's over.
I hope Nev's as good at finding people as you claim.
She's the best damn detective I've ever met. If she says she's got a lead on Solus, I believe her. The Archon's palace. Something must have gotten them riled up.
Should we be in more of a hurry to get out of here?
We don't want to look conspicuous. Just get out of here nice and casual. Find Nev Gallus and stop Solus.
If I was playing, if for whatever reason I had a brain worm in me saying, hey, buy and play Dragon Age Veilguard, I probably would have already stopped right now, because what do we get? We get movie game, followed by walk and talk
That
segment
ritual
of
is going
game.
to tear down the veil. The only thing separating us from the Fade and an endless number of demons. I have to talk him down.
There's a critical part of games called gameplay.
Wait! But I didn't do anything!
Get down.
Are they after us? Is it because of the bar?
Word travels fast in Minrathous.
We've got to help her.
We really don't.
We don't have time to get arrested, especially if we... Oh, crap.
We're too late.
The ritual started. But if we hurry, we can still stop Solus before it finishes. Let's go! Harding's this way. She'll get us to Dumat Plaza. Then Nev will get us to Solus.
Watch out!
Hang on, is this a mouse and keyboard game, or is it a controller game?
My guess is the veil is weakening, and they're slipping through the cracks.
My instincts are telling me this
And when the veil comes out,
isn't a mouse and keyboard game.
And the whole world is going to look a lot...
Neither!
Come on, this
Gads.
way. It should get us to Harding.
You're safe now. Get inside and bar the door as quick as you can, okay?
Thank you, miss.
Harding, you all right?
I've been doing what I can to help. The ritual must be weakening the Veil. There are a lot of scared people out here.
And a lot of demons. Haven't seen this many come through the Fade in years.
And what about you two? Are you okay?
We're good, but we need to move.
Agreed. Solus isn't waiting, neither can we.
Have you got my gear?
Right over there. Where's Nev Gallus? Wasn't she at the meeting point?
The Venatori got to her first. They grabbed her before we arrived and paid off the bar owner to keep it quiet.
I'm not surprised our detective did something to piss off a cult of murderous blood mages, but their timing stinks. The bar owner said the Venatori took Nev to Dumont Plaza. Can you get us there, Harding?
Not a problem. I saw Dumont Plaza while I was scouting the area, and it was crawling with Venatori. Follow me.
Do you have to be a Dragon Age fan to know or care about anything they're talking about here? Because it's all flying right over my head.
Demon.
Alright, what's happening? Light attack. Okay.
Here they come.
And then shielding. Shielding in which we can move. Oh, very good. Somebody asked if I'd played Baldur's Gate 3. The only Baldur's Gate I played was the one on the PlayStation 2.
You two all right? Patch yourselves up if you need it.
I don't get it. If Solus tears down the Veil, doesn't that destroy everything?
Solus always talked about how beautiful the ancient world was,
That world existed before the Veil, and he wants to bring it back.
even if his ritual kills us all in the process.
I meant to be concerned about that. And being a Dragon Age fan just makes this game worse. Why is it piddling all over established lore?
Oh no, I think that's Dumont Plaza.
Crap. Let's move.
You know what? It's not feeling too dissimilar from the Baldur's Gate that I remember.
I hate these assholes.
Oh, really, friend? I was just thinking about how great they were. There's lovely quippy writing, something we're going to be looking forward to here.
Block the way.
I will say I do immediately like having cohorts on my side, though. I love it in games where you have AI companions that actually hold their own a bit.
More intruders!
Avenge our fallen brethren!
Friendly bunch of cultists, aren't they?
The Grey Wardens a few years back. Got a lot of our people
I
killed.
can't stand quips like that. Modern writing, such a blight on the world. But why is it so bad?
Come on. Guess we're sliding down.
They're allies of Nev Gallus! Kill them all!
This game was delayed and released years too late after the MCU. The MCU? Right, tab, driving kick, 50 rage. Yes? Ah.
The Venatori own these streets!
It's a strange and kind of startling merger of real time and, would you even call that turn-based? I don't know, whatever that combat thing was with a kick.
Venatori, take your revenge!
This isn't very compelling, though. Just looking at things and clicking on things. It's like I'm playing World of Warcraft again. Yeah, real time with pause.
But it looks like Nev's
Which is normally how I like things.
Varric, hiding. Not the worst timing.
Nev, it's so good to see you. We thought the Venatori had kidnapped you.
They thought the same thing. A lot of Venatori in the city have reason to hate me. Figured I'd play along. I wanted to settle the score this time. Then the sky started raining demons. So I'm back on the job.
Appreciate it. Rook, this is Nev Gallus, our local expert. She's gonna help us find Solus. Nev, meet Rook. Harding and I found her a while back. Thought we could use an expert on trouble.
Rook, like the chess piece?
One of the strongest pieces on the board, but she tends to think in straight lines.
Yes, yes, the subtlety about the name couldn't be left alone for 10 minutes.
We haven't got a lot of time. Varric said you had a lead on Solus.
You get right to the point.
Don't you instantly find this woman strong and brave?
Badass,
Badass, one might say.
Similar to what you get in Elven ruins. I traced it to a building beneath.
2 hours of this is not looking good.
That's where your man is hiding.
Then let's go. Before this ritual he's doing gets any worse.
Worse, this ritual's already drawing more power than I'd expect from a dozen mages. You told me he was working alone.
I also told you he was an ancient elven god.
An elven god. Well, whatever he is, he's causing trouble in my city. Let's go.
All citizens in the Canal District must remain in their homes.
This is the one RPG that makes it wish it was
So,
AI
you do
written,
have
says
Solus, or
TVW.
Dreadwolf, whatever he calls
Oh,
himself.
come on, we already had Robin Hood for that.
He wants to bring down the veil. Hopefully that ritual takes his full attention.
So we catch him while he's doing his ritual, so he can't fight us.
That's the hope. If it comes to a straight-up fight, we're dead.
We can slide down the line to get across.
I'm getting too old for this.
There.
If people could just stop talking.
Solus too.
Looks like the Venatori also found it. And then demons found them.
Press Q, toss your shield, charge it, make it do more. Or just miss entirely. Yeah, something about brevity and wit comes to mind. Although clearly not for the writers of this game. Jesus. It's just such anti-fun. I mean, there's a game, there's stuff happening,
I can get it.
but none of it's enjoyable. It's so unenjoyable, I feel like enjoyment is being sapped from my body. I also realize chat's kind of not in the right place at all here, is it? Let's put it in top left. When you don't know a game, it's hard to know where to put the chat.
This is the Dreadwolf's hideout.
One of them, at least. Not sure how long he's been here.
Some of this looks ancient.
Solus has been around longer than Minrathous itself.
Do I know a way up? Space isn't jump. E doesn't get me up either. Ah, right, we need to run into things. Ah, F is jump. F for jump. Thank you. Oh, that's right, I recall it saying that earlier now, but when I just ran into the obstacle previously, we got over it anyway.
Broken chains. Solus is freeing slaves.
Solus hates slavery. One of the few things we actually agreed on. What do you see?
No sign of Solus. Just a big glowing window or mirror or something.
Well, that sounds ominous.
Stop freaking talking. Yes, it is ominous. You don't need to say that it's ominous. It hurts. Continues to hurt.
Demons.
Warriors have access to two-handed weapons. I don't feel like I have one. Attacks are slower. Da 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 da. Okay, great. But we can. Okay, this is more my style. There's never much of a sword and shield user in Monster Hunter anyway. I like great big thwonky hits. The characters need to keep saying the obvious, otherwise they wouldn't be engaging.
Locked. There must be a way to open it. Let's look around.
Yes, let's.
Air's full of magic. Solus used a lot of power for something.
Solus, the Dreadwolf, Ben Harel. He's got a lot of names.
I always called him Chuckles.
Could that be our way? That's not the button. What was the shield throw? I have managed to forget already. Q for shield throw, thank you. Well, I've tried one thing and I'm all out of ideas.
Nice work.
Let's see what's on the other side.
Stuff to steal, perhaps? Stuff to do anything with, perhaps? Origins would have been a better punishment game, points out Cadus. Jake would have hated it equally. It would have upset all the people in chat who love Origins, unlike this game, where Jake's hate is cathartic. Hold your horses there. What was the store page on this? It says to me 69% positive.
One place to another.
That sounds pretty good.
To get around quickly.
He must have gone through it.
Well, we're not in Minrathous anymore.
I know these trees. This is Arlethan Forest.
And there's your ritual. The power involved. We've never seen anything like it.
The tremors are getting worse.
And we've got demons.
What does it take to be a writer to get involved in a game like this? It's just such uncompelling trash. Takes a severe head injury, says Bandy. Oh, I'll get my shield back.
Bad back in Minrathous.
The Fade's a mess this close to the ritual. No telling what could come through.
Does it feel like those tremors are getting worse?
Keep moving and try not to think about it.
You could always turn the voice and subtitle if you... No. Part of the stipulation of this punishment was that we must enjoy all the cutscenes and the character dialogue as we go along. Otherwise, how is it really a punishment? And there's nothing stopping you from putting stipulations on your own punishment games. Some people make me have to read out all the dialogue and things like that. Which can get rather painful for me, but that's your decision to make, nay mine.
Almost there.
Now, I'm not a known Dark Souls enjoyer, but it really makes kind of brain-dead look and clicking on enemies gameplay like this feel so primitive. Ultimately, though, give me some Monster Hunter. Oh, that's good. Wilds might be bad in a lot of ways, but the fighting is not where the bad is. Wow, that is a generous timing on the parry. What year is this game? I have no idea. This game's existence has gone under my radar until forced to do it in a punishment game. Which is to say now. Oh, and that might be why. Apparently it's from last year. Really? That doesn't feel right. I know gameplay is stagnated for the past 10 years, essentially. But this still feels like a pre-2020 game.
Watch the lightning.
I'm watching. I wasn't watching hard enough. Oh, right, that's because space is dodge. That's so off-putting, though.
How did a demon this large get through the veil?
It's a pride demon. Damn thing probably sent Solus's ego.
Everyone all right?
Good enough. Let's get to Solus.
All right. I'll take it from here.
Are you sure?
Positive. You three just keep the demons off me while I talk to him.
Varric, Solus isn't gonna stop just because an old friend asks nicely.
Solus needs someone to sell him another option, to help him justify changing his mind.
Come on, Varric. We didn't come all this way just to talk to him.
He was my friend, Rook. I've gotta try to reach him. But if he won't listen to me, then he'll hear from Bianca.
More demons.
Rook, take care of the team for me. Hey, Chuckles. Hope I'm not interrupting.
Let's buy him some time.
This punishment game's already buying too much of my time.
I hope Varric is getting through to Solus.
We better move fast. We can't hold these demons off forever.
I'm not so sure about that. I think we could hold these off indefinitely.
The veil is a wound inflicted upon this world. It must be healed.
By drowning the world in demons?
I have taken precautions to minimize the damage, Varric.
Minimize them. People are dying right now. You need to listen. Please.
People are always dying. It is what they do.
Shit. We need a better plan.
Do you want me to take the shot?
Won't work. He's too powerful.
What if we disrupt the ritual?
How?
See those statues? If we break the scaffolding holding that one up, the whole thing will come down on Solus.
It's risky. Interrupting a ritual at this scale will have consequences.
And what about the demons? Varric needs us to hold them off.
Right, you two stay here. I'll bring down the statue.
What? No. Stepping into all that raw magic is suicide.
The storm could tear you apart.
Anyone got a better idea?
Fine, but you'll need backup. I'm with you.
I'm in rage. I'll go.
Either way, someone needs to stay back and deal with the demons.
I don't even know which one he is which. Okay, it'll ottle black bottle, it'll ottle out.
Let's go, Harding. Nev, keep the demons off us.
Alright, Warden Harding,
got
you're
it.
next in line. I wasn't impressed with the writing in the trailers and the reviews, but watching someone play it, it actually hurts, says Sludge. Oh look, hey, we've got yellow paint as well. Wouldn't be a modern game without it. Arguing inaudibly. But hey, even EU5 gets yellow paint. It's truly everywhere.
This is it!
Bring down that scaffolding!
Why? Why tear down the veil? Knowing all the lives it'll cost.
We shared a journey years ago. Do you believe that I would do this if there was some other better option?
The pillar's weak, but
It isn't falling!
Is this
We
a
need to
journey
push
that
it.
we know the rich
I'm
lore
with you.
about? If we'd played the other Dragon Age
Together.
games? Which we won't.
You came a long way and made a valiant effort, Varric, but this story does not end with my downfall.
Varric! Varric! Varric. Oh no, no, no! Harding!
Let's go! This way! This way!
At least for Rook, the suffering's over. Yeah, Tattoo, I'm also curious when the gameplay starts in this. I feel like we had a bit more gameplay in Knowledge or No Lady.
You have no idea what you have done.
Solus. I know what I did. I stopped you from destroying the world.
I was not destroying the world. When you disrupted my ritual, the magical energies pulled me here, into the Fade.
Okay, so that's why you're here. But why am I here?
Your physical body is unconscious, but you shed a few drops of blood at the ritual site. Enough for a tenuous connection.
Blood magic.
Firstly, I abhor the use of blood magic. Secondly, had I the power to control you, I would already have used it.
So all I have to do to get away from you is wake up.
And how much experience do you have willing yourself from sleep to wakefulness?
Can't be that hard.
While you practice, perhaps you would like to hear about the consequences of your actions.
Meaning?
The Evanurus, or as you would call them, the Elven Gods. The creatures that escaped. In ancient times, they ruled the elves, but that was not enough. They sought not just to be obeyed, but to be worshipped. When I rebelled, they drew on the horrific magic of the Blight, corrupting all they saw until I trapped them. Thanks to you, though, I am now trapped, and the blighted Elven Gods walk free.
Right, you were innocently doing nothing when we came along.
The prison in which I had trapped them had begun to crumble. I was moving them to another.
So you weren't tearing down the veil and drowning the world in demons and wild magic?
I had a plan.
Varric always said you'd have a big explanation for why none of this was your fault.
Varric.
Yeah, he said that's your style. Never quite lies, clever half-truths that let you convince yourself you're doing the right thing. He tried to talk to you anyway, and now he's hurt.
Varric is quite practiced at shading the truth himself.
So those things that got out, you said they were gods?
They said they were gods. Blighted, tyrannical, sadistic gods. It took all my power to imprison them millennia ago, but I am certain you will be fine.
We stopped you. We'll stop them.
I had a ritual dagger of pure lyrium. My network of mirrors could take me from the lighthouse across the world in moments. Right now, you seem to have neither. Do you intend to knock over a statue during their ritual?
Well, I don't intend to take advice from the elven god of lies.
Quite right. Elganan and Gillenane are your problem to solve. This is your responsibility now.
You want me to take the shot?
Idea what you have done. This is your responsibility now.
Well, look who's still with us.
Varric, you're okay. But I saw Solus stab you. You fell.
Trust me, kid. I've had worse. It'd take more than a flesh wound to stop me. Don't think I'll be making it out to the field anytime soon, though.
What happened?
Remember how you said that Chuckles wasn't going to listen, Rook? Oh, turns out you were right.
The plan did go a little wrong.
Yeah. Nev got everyone out. By the skin of her teeth, mostly. And before you start worrying, Harding will be fine. She's made of sterner stuff than either one of us. Or, at least, she's a lot tougher than me.
Varric, when we stopped the ritual, something else got out. Something even Solus is afraid of.
You've got this, Rook. World's not flooded with demons right now. Because you stopped Solus, not me.
Varric, even so, I need you to...
Rook, you've got this. I've seen your work. Like that time you ditched your orders for a better strategy during a darkspawn attack. There's a reason I dragged you into this whole Solus mess. You're clever, adaptable, and you don't know when to quit.
Rook? You're awake. Sorry, I didn't mean to barge in. I was just looking for elf fruit.
No, it's fine. I was just gonna stretch my legs.
Oh, Rook. Watch your step out there. If you put a foot wrong, you'll fall forever. Yeah, on top of everything else, the Illuvian took us to the Fade. The place where dreams come from, so... that. Yeah.
Then I really need to look around.
Yeah, you should. And we should talk about things. Maybe find Nev. She's outside, looking around. There's a room with a table down the stairs. I'll meet you there.
Go ahead, Rook. I need to sleep.
This is painful. This writing is so painful.
See you later, kid.
Who conceivably listens to this or reads this and finds it pleasurable in any way? And I'm not much of a reader, and I'm certainly not a writer. But I do consume. And this is horrible consumption. Getting verbal indigestion from this. Yeah, so that, yeah. Awful quippy writing. It's this idea that you keep talking and the humor will happen. No. Brevity will be the soul of wit. I'm also still hunting for the gameplay.
Whoa.
Oh, did I do that?
Look who's with us.
We're really in the Fade.
Land of raw magic, nightmares, and this, apparently. It's a lot to take in.
Harding thought we should talk about what comes next.
She's not wrong. But if you need a breather, can't hurt to look around first.
Yeah, I didn't have enough walking and talking so far. What do we have in terms of a skill tree here? I am not sure I care whatsoever. Let's go slaying. Give me slaying. Give me that, that, and that. Can I choose any? No, I cannot. Maybe we need to do the middle bit first. Yeah, okay. Give me that, and give me that. And apparently I still have 1 point left. Alright then, give me that. Or anything. There we go. Good enough. And no, I will not read and see what they do. This game has now disinclined me from reading anything it has to share.
Wisps. Figures they're in the Fade, but I swear they're following me.
You alright?
Strange place you've fallen into, but I'll work with it. You know me.
Do
I don't actually.
I know Varric wanted you for the job. You know the same about me. It's a start.
You're right. We're in this together either way.
Ha! We're in for a treat.
You take a lot of notes. What about?
Lately, what we know, or knew, before Solus changed the game.
And it's...
Not much. I'm sure Lace would hate to hear that, but one step at a time.
not much isn't gonna save the world. This'll get worse before it gets better.
The question is, how?
Cheerful.
That's what I'm here for.
What's all this stuff popping up over in the left? Reminds me of playing Overboard, where it gave us the whole, oh, such and such thinks this after your dialogue. Is it meant to matter?
So, we stopped the ritual.
And Varric paid the price.
Hey, Varric made his choice to go talk with Solus. He knew the risks, we all did.
And now Solus is gone. And we're here. Wherever here is. Besides in the Fade.
Solus called it the Lighthouse.
He did? When?
While I was out cold. He showed up in my dream, and he's really mad that we stopped his ritual.
Good.
He's also trapped in some kind of prison in the Fade. Not happy about that either.
You're sure that wasn't just a dream? It's a reasonable reaction.
Except that dwarves don't dream, remember? We can't. The Fade is the world of dreams, and we're not connected to it.
It was weird. I was standing in a place that I knew couldn't be real. None of it made sense.
You're lucky it was just weird. Solus can kill people in dreams.
I'm safe on that front. I bled a little when I got knocked out. Enough that he can gripe at me, but not enough that he can make my head explode.
So Solus is using blood magic, like any normal mage would, to play with your mind.
But he's not a normal mage, like I told you. He's an elven god.
Putting together a nice ritual doesn't make him a god.
I don't care about the philosophy. In terms of his power against ours, he's a god.
Alright, well, we've stopped the ritual, and there doesn't seem to be an immediate danger. For now. You're certain Solus can't use blood magic to affect your mind?
I'm not certain of anything, but we're not out of danger.
What do you mean?
Solus had two of the other elven gods imprisoned. When he got trapped, they escaped.
So those things we saw come out of the Fade when the ritual went wild, those are...
Elganon and Gillinane, two of the ancient elven gods that Solus rebelled against. When I talked with Solus, he was scared of them. He said they were horrific tyrants.
Tyrants so powerful, elven history remembers them as gods.
Solus says Elganon and Gillinane drew on the Blight for power and became corrupted. That was when he imprisoned them.
So instead of one god running around, we have two. And they're not just powerful, they're blighted.
We need to get out there and stop them.
Just like that, without Varric. And you're still getting back on your feet.
I'm fine. We can't just sit here and do nothing.
We need to investigate. Figure out what we're dealing with before we rush in and make things worse.
And how many more people will get hurt, get killed, while we spend time investigating?
Can I just say they're both wrong?
If Elganon and Gillinane are worse than Solus, we can't go in blind. We need to know what they can do and what they want.
But we only have Solus's word about all of this.
Then let's go investigate for ourselves. We find out what we're dealing with, and then we take our shot.
Fine. The Illuvian led us here instead of back to Minrathous.
Let's hope it goes back to the ritual site. Maybe we can find some clues at the scene of the crime.
Harding, are you okay to go?
I'm not gonna sit back while elven gods destroy the world because I have a headache.
All right then. Let's get back to the ritual site.
I'm a little lost as to why it's our concern in the first place. A lot of other people seem to be in that so-called city. They could have taken up arms. Codex. I like codexes in games. But I don't like this game. So I doubt I'll like this codex. Imagine a timer that only ran when there's gameplay. Oh, dear God, no. That'd be a terrifying stipulation right there. At what point does one play this game? Not reading, Marvin, referencing.
For all we know, there's a dozen demons waiting on the other side of that Illuvian.
If it even takes us back to Arlethan.
Harding, you sure you're up for this?
I'm fine.
Well then. Shall we?
Let's do this.
No, of course not, Chumro. This whole opening could have been an email.
It's quiet. Well, isn't that a surprise?
There's the ritual site. But if the gods really did get out, they're not here anymore.
Right, let's take a look around and see if we can find...
Cut it down!
I'm trying! It's not working! I can't contain it! Strife? Irlin? It's me, Lace Harding.
Harding? What are you doing back in Arlethan?
It's complicated.
I can see that.
Rook, Nev, this is Strife and Irlin. Varric and I met them when we first started hunting down Solus. They're veil jumpers, experts in ancient elven magic.
Hardly experts. I should have been able to shut that artifact down. I'm sorry, Tarith.
It's not your fault. Since the sky ripped open, the magic's been surging. Bunch of artifacts that had been dormant for centuries started coming alive. This is because of Finn Harel's... Solus's ritual, isn't it? You all were supposed to stop him.
We found Solus and stopped his ritual. But things took a turn.
The magic went wild. Solus was dragged into the Fade, into some kind of prison.
But when he went in, something, or someone else got out.
Elganon and Gillenane, supposedly.
Mathalanost.
The return of our gods, the Evanurus.
If those two are back out in the world, it explains a lot.
Like what?
Artifacts that have been dormant for centuries are awakening.
Yes, you just said
They
that.
would need a source of tremendous magical energy, like two of our old gods.
I was really hoping the Dreadwolf was lying to us about all of this.
He's the god of lies. But some things are sacrosanct, even to him. He might be a bastard, but he's a damn sight better than the Evanurus.
There's a reason Solus led a rebellion against the Evanuris, and a reason he imprisoned them.
But now they've escaped.
He's in bad shape. We need to get him back to the camp.
We've still got dozens of veil jumpers unaccounted for.
How can we help?
We need to find Belara Lute. She's the best there is at working with our ancient artifacts.
And also at blowing them up.
She was off looking for another artifact before this ritual shook everything loose. If anyone can get a handle on all this wild magic and the artifacts it's setting off, it'll be her.
Right. Then you two get your friend back to your camp and we'll find Belara.
Harding, I need you to stay with Strife and Eolin, all right?
What? No, I'm coming with you.
You're a great shot, Harding. You can help the Veil Jumpers here. They need you.
Fine. Since they need me.
We'll meet you back at the Veil Jumper camp. It's just south of here.
Belara's out near some elven ruins to the west. At least she was 3 days ago. I'd start your search there.
Good luck, Rook.
I'd end my search there.
Thank you.
Bloody hell, this is so bad. And it doesn't stop.
Is it me, or is there something strange about this fog?
I've never seen fog like this. Something's not right. So that suit of armor is moving. We've got company.
You know what? Can I just have her take the front lines and watch her die? I would be enjoying that a whole lot more. More of that, please. There, we need you to gain 1 artifact. Does she even have a health bar? Wait a second, this is made by, what's their face? Bioware, right? Mass Effect. Stands to reason why they have experience with the NPC party members and... I was going to say riveting combat like that, but evidently not. No, with the dialogue options.
Gotcha. Oh, people.
Where'd you come from? Belara? Belara Lute. Strife and Eolin sent us to find you.
I'm glad we didn't have too much gameplay between these cutscenes.
Call me Rook.
Nev Gallus.
Wait, I know that name. But protocol is to wait a full week before they send anyone out to look for me. I've only been gone 3 days.
Well, the situation's changed. For the worse, unfortunately. The elven gods, Elganan and Gillinane, have escaped Fen'Harel's prison. And it seems like they want to destroy the world.
Oh, yes, that is very much for the worse. Okay, wait. I need a second.
Like I said, end of the world. You can mull it over later.
It does sort of explain a few things, though.
Like what exactly?
The surge of raw magic in the area. These artifacts started waking up a while ago, but in fits and starts. One here.
I'm in
another
actual
there.
pain here.
Then,
The voice,
a
the
couple of
delivery,
days
the
ago,
writing,
the sky
the
split
people who are
open.
delivering it.
And now,
This is actually
Raw magic.
painful. Like
This is
claws, little claws
Only
going
a
into my
god
ears
or
and
gods
scraping everything they
could have
come
done that.
across.
There's something kind of exciting about it. And dangerous. Really dangerous. Dangerous enough that I was gonna head back to the Veil Jumper camp, but
But what?
see that shimmer? That's a veil bubble. It's separating us from the rest of the real world, so to speak. You can only pass through it one way. Once you're in, you can't get out.
We don't have time for this. Let's just force our way out.
Oh, I wouldn't do that. I don't know what contacting that much raw magic would do to you. But there's another way. A bubble like that? There has to be something at the center that's generating it. Something powerful. we can find it and remove it safely, I mean, the bubble itself should collapse.
And then we're back in reality?
I sure hope so.
Well then, let's get going.
I'm looking forward to this game being over and I can get back to reality. Oh lord, this is painful. Painful beyond measure. I might even rather play Tingle's Rosy Rupee Land over this.
I've been trying to get to the artifact at the center of the bubble.
Is Bioware still going after they pump this garbage out?
A few dozen demons shouldn't be a problem.
Spirits, not
Somebody was saying it was actually overall
They're
quite well
animals those
received,
suits
80 something percent on
The
Metacritic.
owners attuned to the
Then
artifact
again,
to protect it from threats.
only a fool listens to a
I'm
critic.
guessing it sees us as threats.
That's why so many people listen. They're making a new me. Oh yes, Mass Effect 4. I'm very much looking forward to that because I really hope Helden plays it, streams it, and we get to watch his dead little eyes fade away and his poor little heart crumble to dust as he accepts the horror that has happened to his beloved franchise.
Is that water just swirling into the air?
We call that kind the whirlpool. The anomaly, I mean. Never seen one this size, though.
What obnoxiously cookie cutter gameplay is this? I'd actually rather be playing Robin Hood.
Demons! Right where we need to go.
Then let's
Could we just leave? Tab for companion. Okay, great. Good luck, everybody that isn't me. No, they want a piece of me. That's an immensely generous parry, though. You might notice I hit parry or block aeons before they actually delivered. Ah yes, here we go, so we can... Whoa, Christ, my eyes. Let's see what your slow time is. Slowly. Also, we were picked for a mission to slay an elven god, and we're actually waving around a glorified 2x4. Oh, nasty, crappy lump of wood. Perhaps the context of what we're up to is lost on me. But why were we invited for this?
Made it through. Any ideas on what the artifact might be?
I have a couple of theories, but nothing definite. We might find some clues in the ruins, though.
I think once I'm done with this, I'm going to have to play a game that is very cathartic. Something that is going to give me as much catharsism as wringing the life out of that lassie's neck. And I've got a lot of games I really enjoy, but I'm struggling to think of something that can deliver that much for me.
I don't usually see elven ruins that haven't been picked over.
Not many people come this far into Arlathan. Just veil jumpers, mostly.
And people trying to save...
Well, isn't this a sight?
Wait.
You might not be wrong about that, Franco.
No, it can't be. Not here.
Can't be what?
We have to get over there. The artifact we're looking for must be inside.
Do you know what this place was?
I'm not even jumping. If I go close to there, she just decides to off herself.
Sentinels? It's probably
Amazing.
something important.
She knows what's up. You've deftly picked up on a recurring theme of this game, Jake. Why was Rook picked for this? So you are paying attention.
Why would they
Yeah,
be
regrettably, it's not the only thing I
far out?
paid for this game.
Warlords.
Anyone want to go on Steam and remind us how much this game costs? Oh wait, we can do that right now, can't we? Get out of here. Get out of here. And how does one even get to store page again? I think you can get it from guides. Don't show off my overflowing Steam wallet. 50 quid. I don't feel grateful for the 50% off there. Total wallet molestation going on with this game.
Oh, no, we can make a bridge. There should be a power crystal somewhere nearby. Got it. Bring it over here and slot it in.
Wow. That was Genshin Impact levels of gameplay right there.
Isn't that something?
Don't say isn't that something. Don't pat yourself on the back for what you've done in the game.
I need to shut it down before we
Hackneyed
can go
writers.
But doing that will attract anything nasty that's hanging around.
We're ready.
Absolute garbage.
Ready if you are.
Jake, if you hate the game, you have yourself to blame for being such a weekly one-shot fit. Now, hold on there. What exactly was the game we failed to bring us this? Normally I keep note of that ahead of time, but I don't have it up on my other monitor right now. Perhaps somebody can go on and check for me. Hopefully something embarrassing. There were 2 failures for today's 2 punishment games. One of them was Overboard. What was the other one? I don't feel too bad about failing Overboard, though. That was a tough weekly one-shot challenge. Septuple homicide.
Got us at range. Nice move.
Oh yeah, there was Mega Man 5. That one I don't feel too bad about, though. That was also tough. I would have felt very bad if it was actually 1 hit point away from killing the end boss, but no, the end boss just came and murked me anyway. I didn't have much hope.
That's the last of the
This was the one for Overboard, right? There will be losses in the weekly one-shot. And it wouldn't be the thrilling run for me that it is if there wasn't horrors like this waiting for me upon failure. And I believe that's always been a staple. Ever since the very first 2 hours of hell, I believe there was a punishment for failure. Or at the very least, that's the history revisionism that I'm going to engage in. You know, our very first 2 hours of hell, over 10 years ago. Who remembers what the first few were? There was Resident Evil 2. There was Pilot Wings. Resident Evil 2, I'm pretty sure, was the first ever one. Kudos to the guy you stole it from. He knew what he was getting into.
Damn! Another sentinel.
Yes, yes, yes. How about you slow it right down, then? And how about you just smash it?
We'll have to take it down. Okay, easy enough. But watch out. Whenever you see one, there's more nearby.
Okay, well, there was one. Where are the others? God, I hate my companions so much.
Seeing these kinds of ruins never gets old.
Anything here that can help you piece together what exactly that artifact is?
I have a theory, but we're miles away from where that artifact should be.
Anybody else actually feeling like it's just clawing into their brain every time that lassie opens her mouth? It's unbearably painful. Her delivery, the voice she delivers it with, the lines she's delivering, it's all so bad. Can I actually use any of these weapons I'm getting my hands on? Give me that. Looks a bit better than the 2x4 we were brandishing earlier. I can usually ignore bad dialogue, but it's genuinely killing me, says Shorebound. Good! I say it all the time myself, so does somebody else want to tune in and tell me, what is it that makes a good punishment game? Come on now, there are 3 criteria. Surely we know it by now. There we go. Painful for Jake. Painful for chat. One more. Cringe. No. Cringe is part of the pain. Exactly. Difficulty.
On your right.
And if there's some difficulty here, well, surely it wouldn't exist at the start of the game anyway. It's also the kind of game that I have a hard time envisioning difficulty being possible for. It's essentially like a tabletop RPG game here. What is conceivably difficult about a game like this? Yeah, brain dead chimp difficult. See, the hardest thing I'm having a time doing is navigating here. I have a difficulty navigating my own garden.
So if this is an armory, what sort of artifact are we finding? A weapon?
An archive spirit.
A what?
A creature of the Fade, bound to a crystal. Ancient elves use them to store knowledge and...
Also, the moment this stream hits 4 hours, we're going down and I am asking Gabe personally for my discount on this game. I can't risk going over the 2-hour mark.
Methalinast. Darkspawn.
Was that meant to be feared?
Darkspawn. Here. I never would have believed it. Until today.
I've had more difficulty picking my nose than that, Quine. What are you on about? End it all. Please. It doesn't even hurt, does it? No. Oh, man. Well, looking on the bright side, playing miserable experiences like this makes me feel a whole lot better about playing good games. If every game was good, no game would be good. But next to this, every game's a masterpiece.
Get ready. Once I shut it...
Where's your tinker button? Swear we had it up here before.
down, the path ahead will remain blocked until the magic dissipates.
We've got your back.
There we go. There we go?
Sure, here we go.
It's got that Batman Arkham Asylum thing of if you just left click, if someone's in the same postcode as you, you're gonna leap over to them. Another game I have fond memories of. Sorry, not fond. Deeply despondent memories of. In fact, the more I think about it, this game is just Batman Arkham Asylum.
I've never seen Darkspawn this deep into Arlethan Forest before.
Except they're playing the dialogue straight.
What happened?
Could the Elven gods be commanding the Darkspawn? Solus did say they were blighted.
You saw those Darkspawn, though?
Now you're just lashing out. You don't mean what you're saying.
This bubble.
Right. Let's get more Darkspawn, right where you broke that wall.
I did this segment in Dynasty Warriors 8. I mean, look at that leap over we did, locked onto the enemy, and tell me that's not just Arkham Asylum right there. Coupled with a very generous parrying. Yeah, Batman would do the leap, but break the prisoner's neck non-lethally. He's got a very strange view on not killing, does our Batman?
And another resonance amplifier.
Should be the last one, I hope.
Fingers crossed.
Now, what grounds do they have to believe that that would be the last one? You people are a circus. It's so stupid. Gotta say, it is gonna feel a whole lot better to play a good game after this. I don't know what it'll be. Someone was mentioning Slay the Spire earlier. That's an idea.
We're close. I can feel it.
I have my favorite segment of Kingdom Come 2 coming up. There's another idea. Or I could just play games myself. That would also be nice. There are options aplenty. Set aside the evening and just play more of this to enjoy myself.
Where it is, I mean, it's almost like it's feeding off the elven magic.
No, Max, I ain't touching that again. I had my fun with Blueprints. At most, I'm going to watch someone else play more of it. But I do not want to go through what is clearly going to be the frustration sensation part of that game. Because it does look like it's going to be RNG hell to go through anything more. And it's not even RNG hell to beat things, it's RNG hell to maybe take a stab at beating a puzzle.
If what I think it is, then the alignment means we're here.
My gamer senses are protecting me. Balara, would you please stop talking?
Spirit, or as the ancient elves called it, the Nodus Thalin. It means the inevitability of knowledge.
Why is it called
I'm actually
that?
chewing on my lips in anger over this. I wish it was Dragon's Dogma so I could pick her up and just lob her down
We're
here.
never very clear on that, but I plan to find out.
Oh, I should take the advice on that Singularity game.
The inner sanctum.
You need to go back in time and kill yourself, my friend. Some of my favorite parts of punishment games is hearing Jake just rip the game to shreds as Baron. I don't think you're going to have any shortage of people doing that for this game. There's no way. No way this game doesn't have a frenzied legion of detractors. Then again, I thought Resident Evil 7 was absolute garbage, but that game was beloved. And it wasn't just that I didn't like Resident Evil 7, I really thought nobody could like that game. Turns out a lot of people could like that game.
Looks like this door is going to need a second power crystal.
You almost said Final Fantasy, yeah, Final Fantasy 13 suddenly coming to mind. What a horrible experience that was. But that's okay, see, I wouldn't have all these horrible experiences to gauge quality against if it wasn't for the beloved punishment games. That's not going to achieve anything, right? I need that other piece over there. But how do we get to it? Will wonders ever cease? Well, here's another idea. How about we open up the other door?
There has to be another one of those power crystals around here somewhere.
We were looking at it, Bellara. Spare me your gutter mouth.
Another ballista. I bet we could use it to break through that wall.
I have never played a Saints Row game, nor have I ever seen a Saints Row game being played. Doesn't look like my kind of game. I always figured it was whimsical Grand Theft Auto. And I don't have any love left over for Grand Theft Auto. I played and I loved 3 and I had no intention of playing any other one. Because the experience seems kind of done by now. What gameplay experience can Grand Theft Auto offer up that we haven't seen already? As far as I'm concerned, Just Cause took the Grand Theft Auto magic and actually made it really enjoyable.
All that's left
We?
is the Nodus Thallen.
We?
I have so many questions for it.
You're going to ask it questions?
Must have missed the part where the Monster Hunter World handler was coming along with me here. We did it, Pard.
Okay, here it is. The Nodus Thallen.
So we take it and we're good, right? We can head back?
Oh, I wish. No, it's a lot trickier than that.
As if darkspawn demons and animated suits of armor aren't tricky enough.
Shut it.
I'm sure we can handle it.
It isn't that simple. If I remove the artifact the way I'd usually do it, it'll explode and take out half of Arlathan with it. Good news is, I think I can shunt the energy somewhere else. Okay, here we go. The way the magic is pulsing, I've never seen this before. It's almost like it's breathing.
Ogre! That's an ogre!
Yeah, extremely generous on the parrying in this game. Oh, you think the lass is growing on me, do you? I'd rather be back in Knowledge or No Lady. Actually, I would much rather be back in Knowledge or No Lady. This is so unbelievably brainless. Kick him in the groin till he goes down. Use your ultimate ability. If you insist. What will we punch the ground?
Well, wasn't expecting to fight an ogre
Shut
today.
your mouth, Bellara.
Then again, I also didn't expect to learn that my gods are rampaging around and trying to end the world. Just one of those days. Okay.
Who wrote that? And who signed off on that? That's so bad.
There we go. Ooh. No. That's good. I think. Oh.
What does that crystal do?
Keeps the artifact powered. Focuses the ambient magical energy. That's why these things still work, thousands of years later. Oh. No, you don't.
Sulanan, Vir Sulevanan, and Asal Dirthara.
Well then.
I am the Nadas Dirthara.
Right. I have questions.
I am the Nadas Dirthara. What do you...
Where'd the spirit go? The Nodus Dathalan, I mean.
It went back into the crystal, but the crystal's broken. Until I fix it. It's kind of my thing, fixing magical stuff. Strife and Irulan will want to know about this. And the Blight, and the Darkspawn. Let me know when you're ready to head to the Veil Jumper camp.
Oh, I'm ready to jump. Good lord, this hurts. Okay, let's be somewhere that isn't here right now. Don't make it a walking, talking segment.
Ready to go?
Right. Let's get moving.
Come on. I'll show you the way to the Veil Jumper camp.
Wounded, 16 on bed rest. And some of our most experienced fighters are still missing.
We're running out of veil jumpers. Whatever's going on out there, it's scary.
TBW, you know I watch about one movie a year, right? I watched Iron Man, the first one. I'm not sure if I've seen any other recent Marvel films.
There are 100 people living in that village, or near enough. You're back, and you're alive. Good.
Sounds like things have gotten a lot worse since we left.
Darkspawn. They're showing up all over Arlethan, attacking anyone in their path.
We've evacuated 3 daily settlements.
Wombat Show, don't you dare drag the name of good games like Capitalism Lab and Frostpunk through our lips whilst we're staring down Dragon Age here.
We could ask it about the gods. Figure out
Let's
their
not
next
embitter them.
If it weren't broken, maybe. But we're not getting anything out of it anytime soon.
Meanwhile, veil jumpers are disappearing. Something out there took them.
I know. But maybe, if we find them...
We find the gods. Or at least some sign of where they might be.
But Arlethan Forest is huge. Where do we even begin to look for them?
Demeda's Crossing.
What?
Irlin and Strife. When we came in, you said you'd lost contact with Demeda's Crossing. We could go check it out. The 3 of us, I mean.
You mean 4? You're not leaving me behind.
How about a
You're just
trade?
wounded. We can...
You'll have to tie me up to keep me here.
I don't know what you're going to find there, Rick.
See her voice. Is that the same voice actress as
You'd be saving
annoying lady in Mass Effect
and it
1?
might get you on the trail of the gods.
Sorry, that might not narrow it down much.
There's a small boat at the docks. It'll take you there. Watch your back out there. And good luck.
Okay, we'll need a boat to get there. Let's head to the dock.
When you say let's, I mean the rest of us are not you, right? Maybe there is a way to assemble your party and we can take not Bella with us.
Crossing. Veil jumpers have gone missing.
Perhaps here? Party organization? No, I think I'm hoping for too much. Or this thing? Also no. Alright, let's get moving. Harding's voice actor is Liara in Mass Effect. There we go. But I was thinking of Trashly.
What hasn't happened? This area is where Tevinter Magisters destroyed Arlethan City centuries ago. Whole lot of blood magic during the war.
And now?
Whatever Solus did stirred up everything again. The old blood magic from the war never went away. Ancient relics
Blood
appeared out
magic.
of the air
Yes,
as
some
ruins
dominions
glow.
would be just right, wouldn't
It's
it?
like an old wound that never healed. And now it's bleeding again.
I hate that wispy kind of voice she gives. Well, there's a lot of things I hate in this game. Let's not give it all to her stunning performance. But I'm definitely seeing why the insistence on cutscenes and voice lines was part of the punishment stipulation here. Excellent choice, Gook.
Harding, you sure you're up for it?
I'm fine. I need to get back in the fight.
Then let's go.
Please tell me the boat can only handle 3 people.
I've never seen fog this thick in Demeda's Crossing.
We just said we'd never seen the fog so thick in the last place. Is it possible you've just never seen fog?
This isn't right. The dock usually has people bringing goods to market, bartering and shouting. It's always busy.
Something happened here.
Stay sharp.
It's so quiet.
Too quiet.
Oh, you...
Where is everybody?
I'm about to drown you, right? I don't care if you've got 1.5 feet on me. I am about to drown that lady.
It's market day. People should be out selling eggs and buying bread. But everything's just abandoned.
I can see that!
They barricaded the main entrance.
I have
town.
eyes,
There's
Bella.
light in there. I can feel it.
Very progressive of this game to think and allow blind people to get the full experience, but please stop just describing what we're looking at.
It's blight. Even worse than in the forest.
Keep them in, mate.
Someone used powerful magic to dominate the minds of these villagers.
The town square.
We need to search for survivors.
Let's see what we can find. Fan out.
Best thing this game is doing for me is making me think about Dominions with all the mention of blood magic. As it happens, I'm preparing for the next Dominions run,
Weird.
which will be next week. It was going to be this week, but I had to update and actually lost the old generated nations, so I made a bunch more.
Stay sharp.
Means I need to make the save, though. It's a bit of prep work.
More survivors.
Hey,
There were no survivor. Oh, okay.
The veil jumpers. Bring them to the mayor.
They're talking about Jahel and Milva.
They said bring them to the mayor. If we find the mayor,
End it.
maybe
End
we'll
it all.
find your friends.
Why were they looking for veil jumpers? What did the mayor want with them?
No, okay. Attempts to kill myself. Harder than it might seem. Yeah, with all this mentioned blood magic, you'll... Oh, what if I think of this when playing Dominion? No, no, no. At worst, I'd think about all the things I do in Dominions being done to these things.
Get them inside.
We will be rewarded.
creators. What have you done?
Must bring everyone here.
Must lock them up.
To witness the glory of her new creation.
I think I saw this in a Junji Ito story.
Is he talking about Gillinane?
They gathered the villagers here to be blighted. Easy fodder for a sacrifice.
That destruction animation was just shrinking it down to 0. Oh, lordy. Is there anything this game can't mess up?
Milva! That's one of your fellow veil jumpers. Ballora.
All this for 3 red seconds.
Jahel! He's alive!
Ballora.
We're going to help you. We'll get you down, Jahel.
No, listen. The gods have returned. I saw them. I heard their voices.
The gods did this?
The gods know that only good elf.
Ritual to release the blight. The villagers, they said they needed power. Ballora, Be careful.
Help me, anyone!
I'm looking at my timer, it says 3 hours 52. You got 8 minutes to impress me, game.
Come on, that sounds close.
It just zeroes down in size. Oh, sorry, we took 5 minutes of 5 steps of walking. Time for a new cutscene.
Help me! Hurry!
No, I will, young. I absolutely will. My mind's just going places in my dotage.
Here?
No! 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 Please!
Hey!
Cunning idea from Pathara. If we go over the 2-hour mark and I can't refund it, might as well make it the long play.
Blood, a hungry heart. Creature, come to me.
Spite is a powerful thing. But I gotta get my money's worth.
I know you. You're the mayor of this town.
The village. The people. Are they,
Blighted. Dead. All of them.
You gave them to the gods, didn't you? Didn't you?
They were in my head. Infecting my thoughts. They made me do it. Please, help me.
Deep breaths. Tell me what happened.
I tried to protect people. You have to believe me. The gods told me to lure the Veil Jumpers to the center of town. The others were to be rounded up and kept safe. They would be the first to witness the glory of Gilneain's new creation. She showed me gold. So much gold.
Right. We walked right through that new creation. A lot of dead people.
Also, the gods could gain power from the Blight.
I never meant for that, I swear. You must believe me.
The gods exploited his greed and fear.
I'm supposed to feel sorry for him? I say we leave him right here.
But I'll die. The blight. Everywhere. What if the dragon comes back?
If we let you go, you'll run straight back to the gods.
They were in his head. Their influence might linger.
I understand what they do now. I won't be tempted again, I swear.
Rook, you're a Grey Warden. You could pack him off to Weishaupt as punishment.
I'm a what? Oh, come on, I've got to save such a fine, upstanding man. Sounds like he's from Middlesbrough.
Let's get him out of there.
What? This entire village is dead because of him.
I know.
Then why spare him?
Because our fight is with Elganon and Gilneain, not people like him.
Thank you.
I didn't ask for your gratitude.
Then, if I may offer some advice, steel yourself. I felt their power. The promises they make, it's irresistible.
Then try harder next time. Don't make me regret saving you.
Yes, of course. But you should be worried about the rest of the world. Or this will be our future. The Fade had opened, and the gods were free. Thanks to Solus, they'd woken up to find their empire, their subjects, even their fellow gods, all gone. But they still had the power of the Blight, and corrupting a village, was just the start. They made plans to tap more of the Blight. All of it. To rebuild their empire. As a path to power, it had its costs. And everyone would pay for it.
I'm also wondering at Peon, when's there going to be gameplay? This cool looking, albeit Play-Doh-like dragon shows up and then he just buggers off. God, man, Dragon's Dogma looking better and better by the minute as I play this. Dragon's Dogma 2, that is. Dragon's Dogma 1 was, let's be generous and call it a proof of concept. We're due for a new marathon, surely. How about a Punish Chat marathon? This would be the perfect first game. That is not a bad theme for a marathon. Play a game that you like, but you know others will hate. Heavens knows I have plenty of those. Someone out there will surely enjoy Virtual Bart enough to put others through it.
Did you find our scouts?
They're dead. I'm sorry. Elganon and Gillenane sacrificed them in some kind of ritual.
Creators. What about the rest of the village?
The ritual spread blight everywhere. The entire village was overrun.
The few who survived are controlled by blood magic. Their minds are gone.
Elganon and Gillenane used them like puppets.
I dare say it was a show of force. They will not rest until you are on your knees, fearful, cowering, helpless in the face of such power.
Lady Morrigan?
'Tis simply Morrigan to you, Scout Harding. What a pleasure to see you again.
Rook, this is Morrigan, an old acquaintance. I thought she could help.
Morrigan helped the Inquisition when Varric and I were part of it. She knew more about ancient magic than anyone, except Solus.
'Twas both pleasure and necessity to help then, as it is now. Stopping Elganon and Gillenane shall require many hands.
Whatever comes, we're ready for a fight.
Words easily said, but rarely proven.
Yeah? What do you know about all this that we don't?
As dangerous as Solus himself may be, his imprisonment of the gods was just. To leave them unchecked would have been the very end of Thedas.
This is our fault. When we interrupted Solus's ritual, the gods escaped.
Would those feelings not be better used to put things right?
But how?
Set aside your notions of godhood and see them for the ancient, powerful mages they are.
No, Morrigan, I like that advice of set aside. Alt F4 seldom has felt better to press than that. What a miserable freaking game that is. What a horrible experience. The only experience I want out of this is the 25 quid going right back into my account for that nonsense. Ugh. Ugh. I feel very tainted by some bad games today. Guess Knowledge or No Lady wasn't that bad. It certainly looks better after playing any Dragon Age Veilguard. Anyway, with that, I've at least caught up on my punishment games, and I need to cleanse myself a bit. I'm going to go and have some lunch and then play something much more enjoyable. I don't know if it'll be something on stream or not. Can't make a guarantee one way or another, because I don't know what I feel like just yet. But at the very latest, I will be back tomorrow, apparently. I need to check my own schedule. What does it say? Apparently, I've got to play some Mahjong. Okay, the punishment doesn't stop, I see. There's some Mahjong to enjoy tomorrow, and then some more of Kingdom Come Deliverance Helpful Henry, so it could be a while before we get some good experience back. In any case, until I am back, to the depths with these punishment games, and a cheerio.